This room does have a lot of wicker, cane, rattan, and then the lamps, which you also see in that child's bedroom, these are like seashell lamps in this gold tone. That's just really, really pretty. And of course, we do have that petrified. In here, I incorporated this coffee table that does give you that look of volcanic or coral, volcanic rock that you sometimes find along beaches on tropical islands, and that petrified tea branch. So all these things, they give you this modern coastal look without looking too kitschy or too tacky. And of course, let's not forget to mention that bolster pillow on the bed. Once again, in this bedroom, we've incorporated elements such as the emerald green in regards to the art, the wall art decor, and a cane. This is another cane wicker console with blue detail in it. The coral that's set up on the console, the wood, and of course, once again, that blue element that we associate with a coastal interior design. And we did use those mesh sconces in here, and of course we have that rattan mirror above this bed, which plays in well with that slight dip of the extended headboard. So by adding in these coastal elements that are associated with the coastal look, the cane console, the shell sculpture, the blue coral shell sculpture, the blue headboards and bed frame, the rattan, and the emerald green, the blue color, all these things kind of are a nod and incorporate that coastal feel into this bedroom. And now we've walked into the dining. I love banquettes. They're my favorite. I love banquettes. I feel like they are just and they lend an elevated look to your dining, to your dining room. And the one thing that I've been watching a lot of I do watch a lot of interior design shows, but the one thing that I've recently, and this is just recently, like when I see it, when they get into the kitchen setting, the dining room setting, and I do see those bar stools, I'm just like, I just get this sensation that it is just very dated. Just like throw pillows, and how I feel right now at this moment, those long bolster pillows just add a more elevated look to an interior versus multiple throw pillows. Don't get me wrong, I do still like throw pillows. I feel as long as it is just all in unison and perfected pairing. But for some reason, just seeing multiple bar stools up against, in a kitchen setting, it just looks very outdated to me, and a really nice banquet bar, a bar banquet, I think looks just a lot more elevated and more modern. At this moment, I feel like one really nicely made bolster pillow versus 4 throw pillows is just a lot more modern, and one really nice bar banquet chair looks a lot more elevated versus 3 bar stools on a kitchen counter. And that's just my personal design outlook in regards to throw pillows and bar stools. So here we have this banquette, and I just love it. I just love banquettes. I mean, just think of this: like you walk into a restaurant, and you have the option of a bench seating, a booth. They call it a booth in the restaurant versus a table with chairs. A, a majority of us, we always opt for booth. It's just more comfortable. It's just a more comfortable place to eat at. And what do you opt for when you walk into a restaurant that does have the booth option versus the chair? Which do you choose when you have that option available? I always choose the booth. It's just so comfortable. And so that's what the banquet setting in a kitchen or dining setup reminds me of. And as you can see here, once again, this is a cabinet. It's it's a shelving unit, a cabinet, which I love. I would have this set up with once again as a bar setup, and or as a china cabinet, which is just it's functional, but it's not permanent, and you could change this out at low cost versus if you had built-ins and the acrylic shelves that you see up there. These are actually coffee tables, but I wanted to show an idea of how this acrylic coffee table. So these acrylic pieces that you see up here, again, I've added this into this dining area as a nod to, smooth polished sea glass. And these are actual coffee tables, but what I wanted to show is you can always get these. These are coffee tables, but they're just so versatile. You could just have, a professional anchor these up on your dining wall in this type of setup as a shelving unit. You could have it just one long horizontal line with both of them lined up and up against your wall as a shelving unit in your dining. I just love this acrylic look. I love it. It's so modern. And then of course we have that shell sculpture on the table. I do have a modern concept in regards to the kitchen, like a kitchen design. And my modern kitchen design is a kitchen that does not have the refrigerator, the dishwasher, and the microwave in the kitchen area. I love a kitchen design where you have the refrigerator, microwave, the dishwasher, those 3 items mainly in a small room, like in a butler's pantry. It's just a tiny, I like the idea of having a pantry where you can have all your your dishes and all your goods, your food items in there, but also a pantry that has your refrigerator, your microwave, and your dishwasher. So I'll probably try and look up some ways I can share my kitchen design concept with you so that you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. But I do love a kitchen that just because we love to cook, and cooking is also something that we use when we entertain. Also, we have friends over, we have family members, we cook, and we tend to interact. And so I do love a kitchen setting that's open to everybody with just a stove, a stovetop that allows you to cook, and a sink. And that's it, and just space to set up your food, and just a counter space. But that's what I love in a kitchen, is just a stove